Welcome back to Project Aviate. Today, we're diving into one of the most advanced and fearsome fighter jets ever built by Russia, the Sukhoi Su-35. As the pride of Russian aviation and the crown jewel of fourth-generation fighters, the Su-35 represents the perfect balance between raw power, agility, and cutting-edge technology. From its breathtaking performance in the skies to its formidable presence on the global stage, the Su-35 isn't just another jet, it's a statement of air dominance. As the scene opens, imagine the Su-35 slicing through stormy clouds at dawn, its twin engines roaring with thunderous intensity. The glow of its afterburners cuts through the mist like fire through steel, symbolizing the power that defines Russian aerospace engineering. The Su-35 doesn't just fly, it commands the air, combining the classic Sukhoi DNA with next-generation upgrades that make it one of the deadliest fourth-generation fighters still operational today. Moving closer, we focus on the aircraft's design, a sleek aerodynamic body shaped by decades of aerodynamic research. The Su-35's airframe might look familiar to those who know the Su-27, but beneath that graceful silhouette lies a completely re-engineered beast. The cockpit glows with advanced glass displays, multifunction screens, and a digital interface that gives pilots complete control over every system. The canopy reflects the dawn light as if guarding the mind of the aircraft, a pilot fused with the machine through precision technology. Then from the back the real power comes to life. The twin Saturn AL-41 F1S engines ignite, their nozzles glowing red-hot as the aircraft prepares to take off. These engines are masterpieces of thrust vectoring, capable of moving in any direction to help the jet perform unbelievable maneuvers in midair. As the Su-35 lifts off the runway, the roar of the engines echoes across the tarmac. It's not just takeoff, it's a declaration of dominance. Once airborne, the Su-35 begins to showcase its agility. In one breathtaking moment, the jet performs the legendary Cobra maneuver where it suddenly pitches upward, almost halting midair before diving back into flight. To an untrained eye it looks like defying physics, but this is the Su-35's natural element. Its thrust vectoring engines and aerodynamic balance give it supermaneuverability that few aircraft on Earth can rival. In a close dogfight, this ability can make the difference between life and death, between being the hunter or the hunted. Next, picture two Su-35s locked in a mock training dogfight, twisting and turning through the clouds. Their trails form an elegant dance of vapor and fire. The aircraft spin, climb, and dive with synchronized precision, proving that the Su-35 isn't just powerful, it's intelligent. Every movement is calculated through its digital flight control system, giving the pilot unmatched control even at extreme angles of attack. Down on the ground, technicians load the Su-35 with its formidable arsenal. R-77 medium-range missiles line the hardpoints, joined by short-range R-73s for close combat. Beneath its sleek wings lies an air-to-ground capability as well, allowing the jet to strike both aerial and surface targets with deadly accuracy. The Su-35 can carry up to 8,000 kilograms of weapons, missiles, bombs, and fuel tanks, all designed to give it the edge in any theater of war. The true magic, however, lies inside its radar. The IRST passive electronically scanned array radar is one of the most powerful in the world. It can detect and track up to 30 aerial targets simultaneously, locking onto 8 of them at once. In our next scene, the radar's invisible sweep comes alive as holographic waves scan the sky, hunting for enemies far beyond visual range. This radar can spot a target more than 400 kilometers away, making the Su-35 a deadly predator long before the battle even begins. Inside the cockpit, the pilot's perspective is pure technology. Multifunction displays light up with tactical data, targets, flight paths, and radar overlays. The heads-up display shows critical information without the pilot ever looking down. It's a digital symphony merging man and machine into a single combat entity. The Su-35's cockpit is built to reduce pilot workload and maximize efficiency, even in the chaos of combat. Now imagine the Su-35 flying side by side with Western legends like the F-15 Eagle and the Eurofighter Typhoon. Each aircraft has its strengths, but the Su-35's raw power, agility, and versatility set it apart. It's faster than most of its rivals, with a top speed exceeding Mach 2.2, and it can climb to altitudes over 18,000 meters. In a duel of speed, range, and performance, the Su-35 doesn't back down, it outperforms. Then comes the spectacle of speed, a high-speed pass so fast that the jet creates a vapor cone around its fuselage. The Su-35 breaks through the sound barrier effortlessly, leaving behind a shockwave that ripples through the air. Even at supersonic speeds, the jet remains stable, agile, and ready to strike. Its aerodynamic design and thrust vectoring allow it to maneuver at high speed without losing balance, something very few aircraft can do. As the sun sets, the Su-35 prepares for a night sortie. Under the glow of runway lights, the aircraft's navigation lamps shimmer in the darkness. The engines ignite, painting the night sky with blue and orange flames. It lifts off into the darkness like a shadow of steel, guided only by radar and instinct. In the quiet of night, the Su-35 becomes a ghost, unseen, unstoppable, and unmatched. Back at the base, mechanics work tirelessly under hangar lights, maintaining the aircraft that defines Russian pride. Open engine panels reveal the intricate machinery inside. Every bolt, every circuit, every system is fine-tuned for perfection. This level of maintenance ensures that the Su-35 remains combat-ready at all times, a symbol of endurance and precision engineering. In combat formations, a squadron of Su-35 slices across the horizon, flying over deserts and oceans. Fully armed, they move with purpose, a show of strength and deterrence. Each jet carries not just weapons but the legacy of decades of Russian aviation mastery. The Su-35 represents the culmination of a design philosophy that prioritizes raw performance and adaptability in any environment. From above, the Su-35 soars past its predecessors, the Su-27 and MiG-29, symbolizing the evolution of Russian fighters through time. Where those older aircraft laid the foundation, the Su-35 perfected it. It combines the soul of the past with the power of the future, bridging the gap between fourth-generation and stealth-era fighters. As the final scene unfolds, the Su-35 flies through a golden sunset, its metallic surface glowing against the horizon. The roar of its engines fades into the distance, leaving behind an aura of power and pride. For Russia, the Su-35 is more than just a jet. It's a symbol of national strength, engineering mastery, and unyielding dominance in the sky. So when we talk about the Su-35, we're not just discussing another aircraft. We're talking about a machine that embodies precision, power, and performance. A jet that proves why, even in the age of stealth and drones, the Su-35 stands tall as the best fourth-generation fighter in Russia's arsenal. And as it continues to rule the skies, one thing becomes clear: the legend of the Su-35 is far from over. Thanks for watching. This is Project Aviate, where aviation meets passion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories of the world's most advanced aircraft.